Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share what I wish I knew before I started homeschooling. If I start looking down, it's because I wrote plenty of notes and I just wanted to give, I think, 5 or maybe 6 key points. Let's get started. So the number one thing that I wish I knew before I started homeschooling was the difference between homeschooling and schooling at home. There are so many ways to fill a home education, and I really wish that I wasn't so stressed out and honestly stressing my kids out because I was so worried about what we should be doing and if I was doing it right and what other people were doing, and it was a mess. So there are full online curriculums you can complete each day at home. Things like K-12.com, Time for Learning. That's one of the things my kids do. And they do all of their subjects every single day through those online curriculums, and that's okay. Or you can do that through books from morning till late afternoon, and that's okay. But if your homeschool day doesn't look like that and you only do your science once a week or your history once or twice a week, that's completely normal too. If you have a huge emphasis on art every day, and that's one of the main things that your family loves to do, and you do some math on some day, you do some math on another day, and you break your subjects apart, that's completely normal too. And I kind of wish I had this understanding that it didn't have to look a specific way, cookie cutter style, you know what I mean? Continuing with this thought, some people have an actual schoolroom. They have a schoolroom setting, but it's not necessary. With us, we have a small apartment right now, and this right here is where we homeschool. We do it on the couch, on our ottoman. We do it at the kitchen table. We do it at the library. It looks a lot different for us. We do it in whatever space that we just happen to be in at the time. Sometimes my kids go off into the room and they do their own subject, and that's just a preference, and that's just what we have. This is what we have available. You don't have to have a homeschool room in your home. You don't have to have a huge space to be able to homeschool. It is completely normal to just have your stack of books, maybe like on a little bookshelf or in a little cart, and then just take that to the kitchen table, and your kitchen table just happens to be for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and homeschool. The second one is so important. Do not compare yourself. It steals your sanity and your confidence. It's really easy to go on Instagram or Facebook or even see other homeschoolers that you know, and you're like, oh wow, they have such a great homeschool room, or wow, they're doing so many subjects, or their kids already, a grade ahead, or whatever it is, and just feeling like, well, what am I doing wrong? And should I be doing this? And just questioning yourself so much. Don't do that. You know what's good for your family. You know what's best for your family. You know your child, because you're not that other woman and those other kids aren't your children. So you know what's best for your own child. Like, maybe I'm thinking like, oh yeah, maybe my kids should be learning these subjects, but maybe they have no interest in those subjects and they're not really necessary. So it doesn't really make sense to push them to do all those other things when I know my children's strong suits are over here, if that makes sense. If you worry about trying to emulate another family that doesn't work for your own, you'll push stress onto your kids and deal with a ton of resistance instead of just flourishing in your family's strengths. The third one is short and sweet. Be mom first and teacher second. Number 4. Now really hear me on this, okay? No matter how much I research, styles, routine, curriculum, I'm going to end up changing things and tweaking things. Nobody usually has everything set and then actually has no bumps in the road, okay? So don't put too much stress on having everything just right away. You're going to change things as you go. And the longer that you do this, the more effective you will become. Some things will work and stay the same. Others will be changed. That is you becoming a more seasoned homeschool mom. And that's very normal. Tip number 5. It's a lot harder than I thought, and there will be hard days. And just to go in expecting that. So some of these key things would have helped me in the beginning for those hard days. I'm going to refer to my notes. So the first one is, I wish I would have been more prepared emotionally and mentally for the hard times when things just weren't going right. Second thing is, I wish I would have taken the time to research more and ask other families about resources outside of Pinterest. I used to try to research myself and do things myself instead of trying to find better resources, just having things done for you, out of the box curriculum. I wasn't really ready to try tackling my own unit studies, and it was stressful. Constant wondering if I'm failing and teaching them enough. One thing I like to remember to ease your mind through this is, if God has called you, He will equip you. I will say that one more time. If God has called you, He will equip you. Your kids will have bad days and won't always want to learn, and it's not a reflection of me or my parenting abilities or my abilities to teach. Sometimes kids need to learn in different ways, and sometimes your kids are just gonna have bad days and they just don't wanna learn because they're kids, and that's normal. And number 6, one of the things I wish I would have known before homeschooling that I wanna leave you with is how incredibly rewarding it can be. Homeschooling can be such a beautiful thing, and I can't even stress that enough. As hard as it is and how much work it is so worth every minute, every year of seeing your kids grow. That is like nothing else that I have ever experienced before. If you are intentional and you let it be, homeschool can be so fulfilling and magical even. Living together, learning together, and growing in closeness. Listen, fights will happen, okay? I'm not gonna try to sell you on this perfect magical thing, because your kids will fight during homeschool hours, but the overall bond is indescribable. I wish I would have known how many amazing experiences that I would have, I could give, I would have to look forward to, and just really gain encouragement from that. Because if I would have known that, I would have spent so much less time worrying about what they might be missing out on if they were doing something else, if they weren't homeschooling, if they were private, if they were in a private school, if they were in a public school, if they were in this situation or that situation, and just wondering if I'm taking something away from them, if I'm making the best choice. Had I known all of the possibilities that homeschooling has to offer and all the things that I had to look forward to, I would not have stressed nearly as much about those other things. And I would have not second-guessed myself nearly as much in the early years. And more importantly, I would have been able to be more fully committed instead of not fully committed, wondering if something was going to be temporary. When you're fully committed, you're really pouring your heart and your effort and everything into it. And there is no plan B. There's no, well, I might, put them in at this age, we'll see if this is right for us or if it's not right for us. All I can say is this has been the best decision that me and my family have ever made. And I hope that that gives you guys some kind of encouragement if you're somewhere in the middle and you're kind of second guessing yourself. But you do know what's good for your family. And those are some of the things that I wish I knew before I started homeschooling, and hopefully that helped you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.